This is a Sports Catastrophe production. Hey there, ho there's Jeff Cutter, welcome you to another Sports Catastrophe on this date. And on this day, March 2nd, 1993, Teemu Selanne set a major rookie goal scoring record in the NHL. I know it was the same day as Mario Lemieux's comeback against the Flyers, and last year I did a video on that. But the simple fact is that this record is nothing to sneeze at. So anyway, Mike Bossy was a legendary right winger for the New York Islanders, and he had 53 goals as a rookie in 1978 to set the record. He was just on fuego. It took kind of an awkward penalty or an awkward injury to him to slow down Bossy for the Leafs to beat the Islanders in the NHL quarterfinals. I admit it, as a Leaf fan, I shouldn't really say that, but yeah, I think Bossy got. Regardless, so it's March 2nd, 1993, the same night as Lemieux coming back and scoring a goal in Philadelphia, although the Penguins lost. My Leafs did not play. But anyway, the Nordiques were coming in hot. They were actually at that game 30 headed into the game 35, 20, and 9. 15 games above 500. And people were like, what is going on with the Quebec Nordiques? They suck. Because the Nordiques past 1987 had a long drought of futility. In fact, in 1990, they used, 6 goalies, or was it 7 goalies in 1 year? And they were just pathetic. Of course, Quebec came off the whole Eric Lindros saga, and they got pieces from the Flyers that would help, like Forsberg, Ricci, Duchesne, Huffman, and of course, Ron Hextall. So they were looking hot. The Jets, they were 1 game below 500. So anyway, the first period happened when Teemu was 2 goals away from the record with many games left. So it wasn't a question of him breaking the record. It was when he'll break the record. So he scored the first goal of his hat trick 15 seconds in after Phil Housley and Thomas Steen gave him the puck. 1-0 Winnipeg. Quebec scored shorthanded. Even though Mike Ricci was in the box, Sundin passed to Scott Young, and he scored to make it 1-1. Sundin would actually be out a couple minutes later for a 5-minute cross-check to the head in game-set match. He was out. But anyway, the second period, Quebec started off with a pair of goals. Joel Sakic from Steve Duchesne, and then Andrei Kovalenko from Stevie Finn and Martin Rushinsky. Quebec was up 3-1. Then Teemu took it upon himself to score at 16:59 in the second period from Thomas Steen and Darren Shannon. So then the third period happened. Winnipeg ended up tying the game at 3 on a goal by Keith Tkachuk on the power play with Claude Lapointe in the box. Tkachuk scored from Phil Housley and Stu Barnes. So that made it 3-3. And then came the powerful goal. Ty Domi was on the ice. Yes, he was a Winnipeg Jet at one time. He passed to Phil Housley. No, Housley passed to Domi, and then Teemu Selanne got a perfect shot. The puck was out there. Selanne got a weird pass, came in on net, and lasered it past Stefan Fiset. It was 4-4. After that, 4-3 Winnipeg. After that goal, Selanne made the infamous celebration by flipping up one of his hockey clubs and then shooting it down with his stick, as you can partially see by the picture if you're watching it. You see the video of it, but anyway, it was incredible. I remember my first highlight of watching that was with the French language play-by-play and all that. Well, online, but anyway. Winnipeg was up 4-3. Teemu set the record, and then we saw that banner 52, 53, 54. Bossy's record is no more, and it was. Mike Bossy's single-season record for goal scoring by a rookie was shattered, was broken. The good news for Winnipeg is that Selanne got the record. The bad news is they gave up 4 straight goals. Steve Duchesne, Scott Pearson, Valery Kamensky, and then Scott Pearson all scored scored the goals, and Quebec went 7-4 to go to 36, 20, and 9. Stefan Fusset beats Bob Essenza. So, anyway, and you'd be thinking, okay, well, that's just a pathetic record. Well, can I tell you that? What if I told you that Teemu Selanne scored 22 more goals the rest of the 93 season? Yes, the 93 season was famous for all the 60 goal scorers and the offensive firepower that you kind of see in 2023. But still, I mean, can you imagine? Teemu Selanne scored 22 more goals that season for 76. How many people can get to 60? I mean, last year, Austin Matthews became the first player to hit 60 since 1996. Or was it 2008? Something like that. Yeah, it was like unbelievable. It took so long for a 60 goal scorer in the NHL, much less scoring 70, 76 even. So can you believe it? 76 goals. So, yeah, Teemu Selanne went on to become a very good goal scorer, finally getting his cup in 2007 with the Ducks. He was just fantastic, a fantastic player. The Jets did make the playoffs, but lost to the Canucks in 6 games in the first round. The Nordiques would actually have a hot start and would actually be second in the Adams division. They would face the Montreal Canadiens, but Quebec had home ice. And they were up 2-0 on the Habs. But then, for some strange reason, Montreal just used the power of overtime a couple times in that series and won the series in 6 games. So Quebec really was upset. 94, they dropped off. Then in 95, they picked up, were the best team in the Eastern Conference, shocked by the Rangers in the first round. But that wasn't the worst of it. The 95 New York Rangers, in a way, put Quebec out of Quebec City and into Colorado, although logistics and money would always rule the day, unfortunately. But that's just how I feel. And Teemu Selanne's record cannot be broken. I mean, it's, as I said, it's hard to get to 60 goals, much less 76. Anyway, I'm Jeff Diamond. I do.